Dissonance. It's Lovebites, and it's live. Let's go give it a listen. Hey there. So a couple of things. First of all, I thought we'd done this song, but I can't find it in my playlist. So if you can find it where I haven't been able to, let me know. Otherwise, this is the first time on this platform for Dissonance. Secondly, this is the only live version I could find, and it is mixed so that Haruna is front and center on the song. So we're going to listen to the drummer first and foremost. So this performance is from 2023 Judgement Day, and it is Dissonance. Here we go.
Dissonance.
So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. The song hits different when you are having emphasis on the drums, doesn't it? But it also shows us in an already hard-working band, our little big engine is working her tail off. And imagine coming out and doing this for 3 hours. And then imagine whatever load you're carrying in life, whatever baggage you have with you, whatever happened 15 minutes before you walked on the stage. Maybe you don't feel so good that day physically. Maybe mentally you're down, and you've got to go in there and do this. And that's what musicians deal with every time they hit the stage. And there's a point at which you learn to slough all that off before you hit the stage. And I think we saw a video of Lovebites a few months ago where they stood in the wings and got their game face on. And that's what you have to do. And it's obvious that Haruna does this because she's so focused, right? So let's hit a few highlights here. And then I want to talk about Lovebites' performance in Dallas coming up, and Miyako's October piano recital in Tokyo. So let's first take a look at the way Haruna opens this song. Here we go. All right, and there is the signature sound that she's going to drive the rest of the band with for most of this song. So what we'll be looking at in this song will be where she deviates. And that first deviation that is significant, it comes in a kind of a complex breakdown at 1 minute around the 110 mark. So here we go. Now, I don't know if you heard that or not, so let's back up and do that again because I almost missed it and I just pegged it a few minutes ago. So let's try it again. So she's letting that double bass talk, letting it drive those guitars and Fami's bass. So one more time, and this time listen to her as the guitars change and begin to walk these runs up the fretboard. She's going to do it with them. So subtle, and subtlety is not something that you expect in a speed metal band, right? I mean, but it is actually very present in speed metal bands because it has to be. There needs to be this constant driving atmosphere to the song, whether the drummer's doing it, bass, or the guitars, or the singer, or whoever it gets handed off to, or if it is everybody at once. And remember, Fami is keeping up with her on this, but we're really not hearing her very well. So at 2:35, you get her emphasizing the guitar work again. And now listen and see if you can hear it. Now think about what she's doing right here. She emphasized the guitar work when they dropped into that halftime or slowed down the melody line, and the guitar work was doing that, she did the same thing. But when she proceeded to ramp up the bass drums into that BPM that they're originally playing at, her upper toms and snare are still going at the halftime rate. So think about having two brains working at the same time. See, I'm trying to mimic it and can't do it. And I've got pretty good time, pretty good rhythm. So let's try it again. Very simple, straightforward right here. Not a problem. Wait till she kicks the bass drums in. Okay, so that's with the cymbal, that's with the bass drums, and that's top with the snare. Now that I've described it one more time. Hear how complex that was? But you know, when you don't have the focus on the drums like we do in this track is enhanced the way it is, then that'll go by you. You won't even hear it. You won't hear what she's doing right there unless you're listening for it. So as a musician, and this is something that I meant to talk about in another video and didn't, as a musician, when you first start playing and when you first do cover music, the songs that you cover will mature with you. They will become better over time because you hear it differently. So when you first start out as a musician, you just love the song, right? The whole song in general, and you want to play it. Just like everybody listens to a song on the radio and goes, wow, that's cool. I got to play that, right? So you're trying to incorporate everything that's happening in the song into your guitar work or into your bass work or your singing. And so you're not listening for the nuances. You're not listening for the individual things that are happening. As time goes by, you start learning that something different is happening than what you think is going on the guitar, for example. I'll use my guitar as an example. My version of War Pigs probably morphed a half a dozen times over 30 years because I had to learn a number of things over the course of those 30 years. And it was because of the way individual tracks get buried in the overall sound that a producer is creating, that the band is creating, the atmosphere, the energy, whatever. And so you miss the small things that are happening, like what we just saw with Haruna, right? So that, if that weren't enhanced, I wouldn't have heard that, or maybe you wouldn't have heard, because I'm not a drummer, right? So I'm not focused on the drums. I'm focused on the guitar work, or I'm focused on the vocals, or I might be focused on the bass because I do play a little bass, but I mean, just as a stand-in, whenever the bass player has to play sax or something like that, or keyboards. So that's what you listen to as a musician. Now, but as a listener in general who just loves music and appreciates music, you might not hear it at all. And I only caught it because we had the enhanced track. So I guess I'm trying to say, learn to listen to music in a way that, if you love a song, go back and start listening to the individual tracks and try to hear what each player is doing. That will later on enhance your appreciation for the way this group of people came together and created this single unit, right? And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So, there's another, we just saw the breakdown at 247. At 348, there's a nice little move here that I wanted to point out. Okay, so right at 3:48, she did a couple of nice little up top moves. Didn't alter her bass drum work much. There was a couple of points where she dropped out purposely, I imagine. But the way that what was happening up top was happening again would have been buried in the song. And that was a case where she followed Asami on that one, when Asami is saying dissonance. Okay, let's do that again. Did you hear her emphasize what Asami was singing? It's so wonderful because it's little stuff, and it's all buried in the song, and you got to pull it out. And that's why these tracks like this are nice to listen to. Yeah, it alters how you hear the song, but you can go back and listen to the original, and now you appreciate it more because you know that's happening back there, right? You know that's going on, and you're like, oh, okay. All right, I get it. That's why the song has the drive right there, or the shift in atmosphere, or whatever it is that happens that catches your ear. Close my book. Our little engine is awesome. We need some more Lovebites. The last thing they posted on their channel here on YouTube was 4 months ago. I understand they're touring and they have a lot to do, so hopefully we'll start seeing some official videos coming. I will not do, with very rare exceptions, cell phone videos of concerts. I just think it makes the artists look bad because the sound is bad. Typically the lighting is bad, etc., etc. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So having said that, I am going to fly to Dallas, or I may drive, but I think I'll fly to Dallas. My mother's birthday is in September, so I thought I'd combine that with a trip to see Lovebites. Now, for those of you that don't know, it is sold out now. It was at the House of Blues, but it has been moved. The venue is now, and let me just double check that the venue is now at the Echo Lounge, which is on Lamar Drive. It's going to be just off of Stemmons Freeway. Now, tickets are sold out, and Live Nation's not offering resales. Like Ticketmaster may, if you go over there and check, you may see some over there. But right now it's sold out. So there you have it. I just wanted to give you a heads up. It's still on September 8th at 7 o'clock. And it's standing room only, general admission. So that's what is happening with that. And also, I saw that, and I'm not going to give details of this because I don't think everything's in stone yet. They gave a month, but not a day. Miyako had a piano recital, and she's going to do a second piano recital. It's actually labeled Part 2 in October in Tokyo. So if you live in Japan, or if you are going to be in Japan, you might want to check with the Lovebites website and see if you can get tickets to that. The last one sold out like that. So that's what we're looking at. Let me know if there's any individual videos that you want to watch. I think I have a Miyako guitar video that I want to put up but haven't yet. It's a piano video, and I have not put it up yet. I would wait and see if they brought anything else out. If I'm missing a video in the list, I think there's nearly 50 Lovebite songs on this channel. Let me know, and we'll put that up right away. So thanks for watching this with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again the next time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to support this channel at cupofcoffee.com or at Patreon. Links are in the description box. Thanks a lot. I love y'all, and I'm sorry about the long time for Lovebites being on the channel, but as soon as we get some new and fresh material, or look at it in a new and fresh way, we'll put it up on the channel. So hit that subscribe and that notify bell so you know when we do that. All right, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.